Hello. Just before we start and go through the details of my cyber estate, I just thought it would be a good idea to tell you about some of the hardware and software that I have. It's much bigger than most people have, but you don't have to have all of it. Well, to start with, I've got a main Toshiba computer running Windows 7. I've got two extra monitors actually, but the one that I make the most use of is a BenQ, BenQ monitor that is able to be rotated and used either in landscape or portrait mode. It more or less always stays in landscape, but one day I'm going to find a use for turning it into portrait mode. As I said, I have three monitors, the one on the laptop, the BenQ, and I've got a touchscreen one that I got so that I could experiment with touchscreen instead of using a mouse. I haven't actually got round to doing much with it, but I will one day, I can, honest. Well, a couple of hardware items that I should tell you about. One is a USB 2 monitor device, and I got a couple of them, and they are absolutely brilliant. You plug them in and they work. The other thing is I've got a couple of USB hubs. I tried a load of them, and most of them were rubbish. They didn't work. They fell to pieces, and they weren't very good, and they didn't have much power in them. But I'm going to show you details of the hub that I finally lit on, and it simply works, and it's got loads of power, and it's altogether good. Now, I'm also going to go on and talk about some of the software that I have on my laptop. This picture shows all of the things that my main laptop has access to or can get at. The top portion everything is on the hard drive. The next portion shows that there is a DVD slot on the machine, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 storage devices, USB connected storage devices. Then there's network connected. This is a huge backup storage device. This is on the Asus little machine under my television, and this is also on that Asus, and the remaining 4 are connections to a machine that's not switched on. It's called my PB Big Tosh 3, and there are 4 different directories one can get access to. It's got Bluetooth access, and this is the timeline system for doing backups immediately a change has been made. Uh, One of the things, first bit of software probably just to briefly speak about, is a clock which lives in the top right hand corner of my main screen, and it tells the time, the internet time. In other words, something called UTC, and it every minute. No, it's not. It's every 30 seconds. It's set to update the clock on my um, on my PC. Now we've spoken about the Symmetricon clock. That will simply tell me the time and keep my PC in line with the internet time. Now, I have two public internet servers, so this block here tells me one line for each server, and it tells me the time on the PC and on the server, and it just for a good idea, it tells me my internet address. Now down the bottom you'll see there are two more boxes. Well, this box, the left hand side one, hackers look to interfere with internet websites. Now, I don't know how to stop all of them. I've stopped a lot. But what happens is there's a program running continuously on the servers that says, are the all of the websites showing the correct web page? And if they're not, it copies the correct web page to on top of the hacked one. And this happens once every minute. Well, doesn't stop the hackers, but when they see that the hack doesn't stick, they get a bit fed up and leave me alone. Well, that's my theory anyway. Now the other one, I've got a server at home in the living room, which I tend not to bother to switch on at this moment, because why the hell should I pay for electricity if it's not actually doing anything? And every 2 minutes, this particular bit of the web page looks and sees if the server is switched on or isn't, and it tells the my internet sites that it is on or it's not on. So this is the second little bit that we'll speak about. The last piece of software I'm going to speak about on this video is something called Vice Versa. You can get a copy of it by going onto that email address, and it's a stunning piece of software which I shall explain. This is the first screen that you see in Vice Versa. It has two boxes here, source and target, and you'll see this is the U drive, which is my little white Asus box, and here is my main drive, and you can see that I'm transferring data. And now when I click on compare, it will change to a new screen. This is the screen it goes to. It's telling us that that U and C drives are in line, and therefore there's nothing to do. If it hadn't have been in line, it would have said, do you want to transfer them, and it would have aligned them. So that's it.